Excellent. Thanks, Joseph. It's great to be here. I'm Matt Rotenberg, co-founder and CEO of Dashboard Legal. We're a productivity tool that helps lawyers get organized and collaborate. It's nice to see a lot of familiar faces, and special thanks to Joseph and Val for organizing this event. Thank you both. So let's dive right in. Email is the worst. Yet every single one of your lawyers is working out of their inbox, and they're using it for basic project management needs. We've run a number of polls over the past few months and collected data about the most pressing needs that lawyers are feeling today. And it's really about matter management, task management, preventing missed deadlines, increasing transparency. It's no wonder then that 72% of lawyers feel that coping with increased complexity, the barrage of materials that they're responsible for, is a top priority, yet most, only 31%, feel prepared to address it with the tools they have today. I spent 7 years as a big law M&A attorney, and I feel this problem deep in my bones. That's why we created Dashboard Legal. Our core values are about simplicity, about bringing clarity to workflows, about integrating with your existing tech stack, and not only getting lawyers to use new project management tools, but getting them to love it. Now, this is a big vision for a whole new workflow, but it starts small. It starts with just a new checklist, an upgrade to the Microsoft Word checklist process that your lawyers are using today. This is a transaction checklist that one team is using. You update the status, it updates the status bar. You can then filter by status. You can assign tasks to particular lawyers or multiple lawyers, and then filter by that specific attorney instead of control Fing your way through a checklist. This provides universal views of information and reduces the ping for updates. These checklists are also exportable. You can export it to Microsoft Word and create the same work product that the partner or the client is used to seeing. So the way that the sausage is being made is so much more modern, but the output can be the same. You can have as many of these checklists you want in a workspace. This is a workspace for a transaction team. I just took you through the transaction checklist. This team also has a checklist for diligence. They have a separate one for ancillary agreements. You can create new checklists from scratch or pull from a template library, which has proven to be super valuable. Also in the workspace, we have integrations with DMS systems, iManage and NetDoc. So their documents are in the exact same place as the new workflow tools. There's also an internal chat, which can alleviate some of the pain around the internal email workflows and have real-time communication in the board. Yes, Sarah, it is a game changer to have iManage docs in the same place as a chat. This is a great feedback that we get from associates regularly. Now you zoom out into a boards view. You press that boards view button on the top right, and you just see cards for all of that attorney's clients' cases and matters. You can color code them, and it adds a level of visualization that helps lawyers just feel more organized. The other button on the top right is the tasks view, which aggregates tasks across the different workspaces so that one individual lawyer can see what he or she is responsible for, sort by particular matter, add the filters, and so on. They can also sort by due date and see, what they have to do tomorrow. We're also integrating some really cool new AI technology. We built a new GPT product that allows lawyers to generate checklists from scratch and benchmark their process against the best processes in the world, in the practice. This helps with the cold start problem, and it gets to an aha moment quicker and allows lawyers to really benchmark against some other processes that they have. What does this provide? What does all this do? It really allows lawyers to track the moving pieces, to make sure that things don't slip through the cracks, and to gain visibility and control over all of their materials. Now, I know a lot of people on here are focused on adoption. Sure, this sounds great, but how do you get lawyers to use it? What we've learned in the past 2 years as a company is that you have to start with individual value. That's why we do one-on-one onboardings. Nobody wants to carry the baton of an institutional priority. People want things that will help them right now. So we start with basic task management, we start with some visualization, and then we script the moves. What do they actually have to do? We shrink the change. Instead of making all of these changes right away, you do one thing, you use a checklist. And then we appeal to emotion. Lawyers are extremely logical and they can know that something is better, but unless you hit them in the gut with something, they're not going to change. That's true of most people. So we employ a lot of techniques to appeal to emotion. One is a side-by-side of working in a Microsoft Word checklist versus ours. And I'll show you what that means.
This flyer is circulating updates to the group. Input checklist edit. Run red lines. Send to the team. Now watch the same lawyer send updates with Dashboard Legal.
That's a cheeky video, but the point is the same, which is how do you reduce the clicks and showing them that a more meaningful and collaborative workflow is possible. But you don't have to take my word for it. Our users who use it daily are loving the way that it improves the way that they work because it's built for them. That's the secret sauce. We built it for lawyers. Unlike a lot of project management tools on the market, which are cluttered with features that nobody uses, that crowds out what's valuable, we are as good for what we are as what we're not. Less is more for Dashboard Legal, and our focus is on making it simple to start and adopt. And it's by appealing to that individual, that checklist view, the visualization for associates, and then partner views to allow them to engage with our software to deliver value. So we start by getting associates to use it because it helps. They love it. That's where we found product market fit so far. We then feed that data up to partner level views who then get visibility into who's doing what so they can plan and prioritize. Once the partners like that visibility, they then tell their lawyers to use it, and then the lawyers use it, creating this flywheel of adoption where everybody gets value. We're really excited about these new partner views that we're rolling out right now, which allow partners to see their team, who's doing what, answer some key questions. And when you click on, an individual attorney, for example, you can see their active matters, their active tasks, and drill down deeper. I could talk more about that partner view in a minute too. So bringing this all together, what are we bringing? We're bringing some improved workflow that allows teams to prioritize, to reduce the reliance on email for project management, to recall their information quicker and with precision. How do I find my stuff? And giving context for smaller deliverables, removing the clutter. We've had some pretty impressive results this year over the past 18 months where our users report being able to track the moving pieces, greater transparency, relying on email less, and spending more time on key work. But what this really is about, it's about control. It's about managing the moving pieces. It's about education, having everybody working in the same place so you can train your younger attorneys and also provide the universal views of information. Do partners have to use it for this thing to be valuable? No. Senior associate on down, junior partner on down can get tremendous value and still export that checklist to the partner. Do you need to use the integrations? Email, DMS systems? A lot of our law firm customers start without those integrations and then upgrade. Our pilot program is 60 days. We have a lot of really cool techniques that we implement to get lawyers to use our software and feel the value quickly, including the one-on-one onboarding and locating champions. And then finally, I just want to say, I know this isn't easy. Implementing new tech in law firms is difficult, but it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. And we're delivering tools that are worthy of your lawyer's talents. Dashboard Legal is about the process. It's about the all day, every day. That's our focus. That's our North Star. And thanks for watching the presentation.
Thank you, Matt. I love the wheels little comic at the end. There's a question in the chat for you from Ryan Finn. Hey, Ryan, welcome. What type of metrics are included in the benchmark data? How do firms contribute to that data? I think this was with regard to the AI tool, but you go ahead and take it.
Sure. Can you just repeat that question one more time for me?
Yeah. What metrics are included in the benchmark data, and how do firms contribute to that data? I think it was referring to that you said the
AI
checklists
tool.
are state of the art. Yeah, with the AI tool. I think
Yeah.
that's what
So we
Ryan.
trained. Sure. So we trained our AI. It's called snaplegal.ai. You can drop it in the chat. Somebody snaplegal.ai. And what we did is we trained our AI model on the structure of checklists used by some of the premier firms in the world. We scrubbed the data, trained it on the checklist structure, and then we took the enormous amount of open source laws, treatises, cases, and fed it into our AI machine. The result is that you can type in the name of a matter and out will spit the benchmarks. Now, it's meant to be a starting point where lawyers can add their own, delete, add the due date, responsible party. So it's really, don't trust our AI, trust yourself. But as a cold start problem, this, gets people on the right path. And you should go. It takes 30 seconds. Go take a look.
Okay. The successful use of the tool presume that lawyers start and spend their day in this app versus living in Outlook. So is this their daily home-based source of truth? And basically it runs in parallel to how they live in their Outlook today.
So the ultimate goal is yes, that they'll have Dashboard Legal as their home screen because it just provides richer data instead of just staring at your inbox, which is just a filing cabinet of other people's priorities. Now you have a visualization of all your matters that you can move around and also have your email and documents in there. But that's not where they start. Where they start is just upgrading their checklisting or task management tool. That's the shrink the change concept that I'm talking about. So the change can start small where the benefit is obvious. Instead of having to circulate red lines to show people updates, it's just updated in real time. That's where we get people started, and then they gradually move into this improved kind of more comprehensive workflow.
Okay. All right, Matt, we're at time. So there's another question for you in the chat. You can answer it via yourself in the chat. If people have more questions, throw them in the chat. The founders, after they present, can answer them directly. In the meantime, there's a poll up. It's only 20 seconds.